Welcome to another edition of Green is Good. This is the Green Festival edition of Green is Good here in beautiful Washington, D.C. And we're so excited to have with us Nikki Azzara. She's the founder and CEO of Slender Seven.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah, this is exciting. I mean, we're going to get to taste some of your great products here. So Nikki, your website is slender7.com. And before we get talking about your great product, I would love you to tell us about Nikki Azzara. How, talk a little bit about your journey. How did you get interested in being an entrepreneur and being one that's interested in health and nutrition?
Definitely. Well, I was always raised very healthy eater. Never in my life have I had fast food.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my fun fact.
That's a good fact.
Thank
actually.
you.
Mom and Dad, we got to get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Some promotion.
Exactly. And I've always been interested in cooking. I've had family members that I have one that's a professional chef, one that was just a gourmet chef. So I always loved helping them out for holidays and family gatherings. So that's always been an interest of mine. But then sophomore year of college, I found out I was gluten intolerant. So I think with the timing, everything kind of fell into place. I started experimenting with my own recipes, trying to find healthier alternatives, coming up with my own recipes, etc. And I was...
Were you a vegetarian or vegan before any of this?
No, I'm not. Okay. And I'm actually not vegetarian or vegan, just now gluten intolerant.
Right.
So I haven't had gluten in 3 years.
Wow.
But I was in the business school at Wake Forest University, and I just had started having these ideas to do something with the recipes, but didn't think much of it, and really just kind of started writing things down. And finally, senior year of college, I was in an entrepreneurship course in the Wake Forest School of Business, found inspiration to launch the website, which would allow me to share all of my healthy recipes using 7 ingredients or less.
No kidding. Therefore, the name Slender
Exactly.
7 ingredients or less.
Yes. So right now I have over 550 recipes and an app that is an extension of the website. And
again, for our listeners and viewers out there, Nikki's website is slender7.com. Slender7.com. And can they download your app from your website?
Actually, it will direct you to the App Store, but it is available for iPhone.
And how many years ago did you launch the website?
November of 2013.
Okay,
so I just
graduated
last May.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm still fresh out of college, I would say.
Wow, you're fresh out of college
Yes.
and you've got this business venture.
Yes.
How has it been going?
Great. So when I graduated last May, the big question was, how will I monetize the brand?
Yeah.
Because I had the website, I hadn't launched the app at that point, so I was really just trying to figure out, put my business mind to it and figure out how to monetize the brand. And worked over the summer, built the app, had someone help me with that, and then figured out that my recipe for cookie dough could be a viable product in the market. So I spent all fall developing that, working on the logistics, and then didn't launch it until this early 2015 and got into my first stores in April.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So your idea was to sell the cookie dough both online and offline?
So I started by selling it. Well, actually, I did a crowdfunding campaign.
How'd that go?
It went really well. I raised $10,000.
And how long? How long did it take?
30 days.
Awesome.
Yes.
On which platform?
I used Tilt,
Tilt?
Because it was actually started by a Wake Forest graduate, so I wanted to keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family.
Ended up raising close to $10,000, and that helped me with all the startup funds, and it also helped me pay for the Union Kitchen membership.
Awesome.
And that's a culinary incubator here in DC where I operate and produce the product.
Good. And you're a local? You grew up here locally?
Yes, Montgomery County, so about 20 miles outside the city.
That's great. And for our listeners and viewers who just joined us, we've got Nikki Azzara. She's the founder and CEO of Slender Seven, and you can find her at slender7.com.
Thank you.
So, yeah, you launched the product.
Yes.
You're in, what store did you get in?
So I am in all 7 locations of Yes Organic Market. It's a chain here in DC. I'm in a store in Potomac, Maryland, and I'm in the new Union Kitchen grocery store in Capitol Hill.
So talk about a morning getting ready for a pitch.
Yes.
Explain what kind of night before and morning of going in for before you landed one store.
Right. So it's very new still. I've really only pitched Yes Organic and Potomac Grocer, which is the store in Potomac, Maryland. And the Yes Organic one, that was the first kind of like suspenseful panel type pitch where I was sitting in front of 3 of the buyers.
And you were there by yourself?
I was there with our Union Kitchen distribution manager, but pitching it by myself.
It was all you.
Just me.
Wow. And how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. So explain did you read any blogs online? Did you have any inspirational books in entrepreneurship? What prepped you for the pitch?
I think the pitch itself, when it came time to actually pitch stores, I had really been practicing the pitch through sampling events and different promotional things that I had been doing. Not being in stores yet, but just a lot of opportunities to get my brand and product out there. So I had the pitch down. Did taste testing, made sure the product was up to everyone's standards before I pitched it to the buyers. But I just remember that morning waking up, going into Union Kitchen, like dressing nicely for the panel members, and sitting there and just...
Was it men or women that you were pitching?
It was 2 men and 1 woman.
So you go in.
I go in.
What time of that day was that pitch?
I think it was like a 3 o'clock.
So it's 3. So you had all day to think about it.
All day. But at that point, I was ready.
Were you calm and in the zone?
Yeah, I was in the zone. I was definitely in the zone, calm. I felt confident about my product.
And you went in with this?
I went in with this, and I have one more flavor.
What was the other flavor you went in with?
So this one is chickpea based, and the other one is black bean based. I can tell you more about the product soon.
We'll talk about
but it's our Choco Chick flavor, and then we have a Choco Fudge.
So now you start the pitch.
So I start the pitch.
Was it going the way you thought?
So for a while, I felt like I was kind of doing some small talk. My hands started sweating a little under the table, and
it's okay.
And one of the buyers asked me, "Does this exist in the world?" And I looked at him. I said, "No, that's why I'm trying to do this now.
That's why I'm here."
So he looked at the distribution manager and said, "Okay, we want her in all 7 stores as soon as possible."
So you knew right there in the pitch that the pitch went well.
And that doesn't happen often, I heard.
It doesn't.
It was a little confidence boost, especially because, I'd been working so hard to get the product out there, but until you get into stores, it's all kind of theoretical.
So when you got out of the meeting,
yes,
first phone call?
No phone call yet. I walked downstairs in the kitchen. 3 of my friends that also work at Union Kitchen were there. And they were like giving me hugs and high fives, and it was just really exciting.
Then when you had to make the first call, who got the first call?
My dad.
Dad.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So called my mom, called my dad.
Can we try this?
Absolutely.
Okay, right here on the air. This is a little bit of a mini pitch on Green is Good.
Would you like me to give you the full pitch?
Yeah, go on, give me the pitch.
Okay, so it's a healthy, eggless, organic bean-based cookie dough.
Bean-based?
Bean-based. So garbanzo beans are the main ingredient in this flavor. There's no gluten, flour, dairy, soy, or peanuts. Completely safe to eat raw. You can also bake it into a soft-baked cookie.
And it's vegan for vegan.
Vegan
for vegans like me.
Yes, no gluten, flour, dairy, soy, peanuts. So
this is gonna. Okay.
The only thing is that there are almonds. So for people with tree nut allergies.
That's delicious.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. That is yummy.
Thank you. So the nice thing is that even though we're positioning it as a cookie dough. Thank you so much.
I wish I had a store to put you in. This is it.
Thank you.
You're in. You're in the pitch. You win. All right, so.
It's low in sugar. There's only 5 grams of sugar per 2 tablespoons.
I'm having another spoon.
Yeah, dig in, please.
Oh, my gosh.
It's all for you.
Oh.
And, there's protein, fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants. So a lot of times we position it as not only eating it for dessert, it's a lot healthier than a lot of breakfast options. You can put it in oatmeal. Eat it with a banana, like almond butter.
Delicious.
Thank you.
So when did you, I could even put that on toast,
yep,
really.
Exactly.
So first day, when did this actually get into the stores?
So this got in, I think it was that Friday right before Easter.
Okay.
And so we got into all 7 Yes Organic markets. A few weeks later, got into the Potomac grocery store. And then when Union Kitchen opened their corner store in Capitol Hill, got in there as well.
And how the sales been going since you've been in?
Really well. I mean, sometimes I feel like it's difficult because it's just me, so it's hard to be demoing and really pushing the product when I'm actually making it in the kitchen. But I'm hoping that, you know, soon I'll be able to hire people and be the face of the company and go do more sales and pitching and demoing.
Which, let's talk about what you're doing here today at the Green Festival.
Exactly.
What was your goal here?
I think the main goal here is just to get the product out there, especially with people that are walking through. It's a lot of local DC residents that are actually able to go buy the cookie dough in stores.
Right.
So for me, you know, if they're not buying it here, I try and encourage them to go to the different locations, buy it in stores, follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, visit our website for the recipes.
How's the feedback been online? What are your consumers telling you about the product?
I've been getting really positive feedback, so I think that's one thing that kind of boosts my confidence as I continue to go through this journey. I'm trying to, within the next few weeks, launch the online sales for the cookie dough. The obstacle is that it's a refrigerated product.
Yeah.
But I'm working with a company that's going to help me ship it using like a special insulated shipping system.
How are you going to raise money for the next round of growth?
Hopefully next round will be actual investors, whether it's friends, family, or people that have a personal stake in either the idea or my personal life.
Are we going to see you on Shark Tank anytime soon?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd rather
do you
find...
watch it?
You know, I do watch it sporadically, but I'm kind of more interested in finding investors that either back me or back the idea, believe in the company, and are more willing to work with me and kind of be like a board of advisors.
What did mom and dad do? Was mom and dad into sustainability, or were they an entrepreneur, or how did they inspire you along the way?
My mom actually is a great role model. She's the CFO of a company. She's also like a CPA accountant, so she's in the financial services business. But obviously inspiring because she's very successful in what she does.
Sure.
My dad is a financial advisor, so they're both kind of more by the book.
Wow.
So sometimes we don't see eye to eye because I'm more like, no, it will happen. You know, let's just see how it goes. And I'm less rigid about the numbers, and I'm more willing to just take the risk and go for it.
Well, that's what entrepreneur visionaries do.
But it is nice having them to, you know, make me step back and see the financial implications and understand the, you know, what goes into it and more of like a numbers.
What's your mission? If you were to say, if I met you today on the elevator and we were going up in an elevator, what's the mission and the guiding philosophy behind Slender Seven?
Our philosophy is cook simply, eat healthy, and feel happy.
Man, I love that.
Thank you. So it really started with the website, you know, all healthy recipes using 7 ingredients or less. But my goal for the company is that all different facets of the brand will be more of a lifestyle brand. So, you know, you have the website, you have the app, but you also will have products, maybe eventually introduce more of like a workout style, workout section of the website, or really just incorporating that healthy lifestyle.
That's right.
Yeah. So
talk a little bit about your ingredients and sourcing them. How important is that to you?
So that's one of my main goals with Slender Seven is transparency, simplicity, and just like the specific nature of the ingredients. This one has 7 ingredients, obviously to fit the brand criteria. And I'm using organic garbanzo beans, organic lemon juice, organic virgin coconut oil. So just very specific ingredients. For example, we're also using pink Himalayan sea salt rather than table salt because it's the purest salt out there right now. So the ingredients are like #1 priority for me.
Yeah.
I think that's also part of the reason why, you know, it's more of a quality item. I'm not just buying random chickpeas with calcium chloride and preservatives. I'm using organic garbanzo beans that are just cooked with water. And it's really important for me to stick to that.
I mean, this is for everyone, including moms with kids and, I mean, people watching their weight, people who are gluten intolerant.
Exactly.
I mean, this hits almost every trend line that's literally has a kegger that looks like that right now.
Exactly. And I think, too, just in general, I mean, there's such a trend towards healthier alternatives to foods. So you don't have to be vegan, you don't have to be gluten-free. This is just a healthier way for you to enjoy a sweet tooth.
And not give up anything in taste or quality.
Exactly.
Except you gain everything back, and you keep your health in good shape.
Right.
How much money do you need to get your vision out there?
That's a good question. Right now, I'm kind of in this routine where I'm managing the production. I know what my schedule is. But I foresee in the near future, obviously getting into stores and hopefully distributing across the country. And my next step would be finding a co-packing facility for, so I could pay someone to do it for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just in the process of beginning to look into that now, and don't really know how much money I will need, but working on it.
But when you follow paradigms that have had massive success, this is one of these great little niche products.
Thank you.
That can go to the moon. You could be the next Ben & Jerry's of this space.
Hopefully.
Or Chobani yogurt.
Yes.
What business plan are you following, and what paradigm are you trying to model after here?
So it's nice being in this industry because I think a lot of companies have been successful with taking their dorm room products, which is essentially what this is, and turning it into large food empires. So, I mean, a lot of companies I model this off of is like Chobani or a Justin's almond butter or people like that.
Great brands.
Right. So I think, kind of next steps, like you were saying, would be finding people to invest and back the idea, help me find more employees and people to do a lot of the work for me on like the scale of just making it, so that I can focus on the sales, the marketing. I would love to bring in someone that has a lot of industry experience to help me. That's the nice thing, is that because I am so young, I really don't know that much. So I would love to bring in someone that knows more than me and can help me with the mission and the company and help me grow to be like a Justin's or a Chobani or companies
Nikki,
like that.
One thing I'm seeing here, which gives me so much hope, is you're maybe the 6th or 7th millennial that I've interviewed today here that is just doing something that's making the world a better place.
Thank you.
And they're not only on fire for making a nice living for themselves, but they're on fire for the mission that they're putting forward. Is that something you're seeing among your generation more than ever before?
I definitely think so. I mean, just seeing my friends and how everyone's eating behavior is so different, and how boys and girls love this. And, there's no, you don't have to be gluten intolerant. You don't have to be vegetarian. Everyone is kind of working on this healthier lifestyle. So I think the fact that my generation is capitalizing on that and trying to come up with products and innovative solutions to help this trend. I mean, it's really cool seeing people my age starting these companies, and especially at Union Kitchen, there's about 55 food startups in there, all different ages, but a lot of young people like me. 3 of my friends from Wake Forest University started a food truck, so they're in there also. It's just really cool to see all this innovation and kind of everyone working towards the same goals on a different path.
What advice do you have for the entrepreneurs behind you or in your age range that want to be the next Nikki Azzara?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think my biggest piece of advice, and something that I've been so fortunate to kind of observe just talking with friends that aren't doing what they love, finding something you're passionate about and working on building your career into that just makes such a difference in life, because every day you're kind of excited to go to work, you're passionate about it, you don't feel like you're working, you're really doing something that has a purpose, and it just makes such a difference. I think that if entrepreneurs have an idea, the best thing to do is go for it. The worst that can happen is that you fail, but you always learn from it. So if you have people to support you and you think your idea is the next big thing, go for it.
I love it. Go for it. And we wish you luck here
Thank
at
you so much.
the Green Festival here in DC, and luck with your great and delicious product, not only locally, but taking it national.
Thank you so much.
We're going to have you back on the show. You're going to grow, and we're going to have you continue to share your story.
Perfect.
And journey forward. For those who just joined us or caught us at the last part, we've been interviewing Nikki Azzara. She's the founder and CEO of Slender Seven. We tried her delicious product during this show. I'm going to tell you something right now. This is the new Ben & Jerry's. This is the new Chobani.
Thank you so much.
This is delicious. Nikki Azzara, you can find her products at www.slender7.com, slender7.com. You're making the world a better place. You're truly living proof that green is good.
Thank you so much.